Welcome to Bonn, Germany, and, of course, the Bonn Capitals home opener here on, usually I say, a sunny day for baseball, but we just got through a snowstorm. So, welcome to post-snow Bonn for the first game of the season between the Hamburg Steelers and the Bonn Capitals. We're just clearing off the field, as you probably are able to see on TV. Players taking the tarps off. Hopefully we can get underway somewhat shortly. Today we have a very good game for you. I'm Brent Kerrigan, by the way. I'm glad to be here with Angela Beckman and Fabian Tasing, as we have been for the last couple of years. Max Paulus is not with us this week. He'll be with us next week. He's skiing, so he should have stayed here if he wanted to go skiing. I mean, look, there was, lots of snow. Anyway, great game today. Bonn, this is the home opener, but also their season opener because they tried to play last week, and guess what? They got snowed out, and as they tried to play in Paderborn against the Untouchables. So that didn't happen. That's why today is game one, and I think we're going to get it underway. The clouds look like they're heading out, but I don't want to jinx us either. So, the Hamburg Steelers, on the other hand, they've already played 2 games. They won one, and they've lost one, and they're here. Of course, the Capitals, who are 0-0. Now, one interesting thing about the Steelers is that they have a new player, and Bonn is minus a player this year, and that is Joe Vidic, who has gone over to the Steelers, and he is actually pitching today against the Capitals, so that's a very interesting twist on today's game. Pitching for Bonn is Noah Lint. He had a record of a win and a loss last season, but he only pitched, I believe it was 3 innings. 3.1 innings. He had a hit against him, a run against him, an earned run, but really not too much to go on there. Bonn finished their season last year losing in the finals against their rivals, the Heidenkopf. They're tired, of course, of being the bridesmaid. They want to do better this year. They are out for one thing, and that is to win. And, boy, they have a good-looking team this year. One really interesting addition, and we're going to talk about all this as we go through the game, as we see the umpires heading out onto the field and the players, the Capitals warming up out there. One very interesting thing is that the Bonn Capitals have a new player, and that is someone I remember seeing last year and years before, Linus Sanchez. He has come over from Solingen. The Alligators are no more. The Alligators have gone, well, proverbially, I'll get that right, belly up. And so he's over here, and what is fascinating to me is that he had a .446 average last year, and that would have led all the Bonn Capitals just by a bit. He would have beat out Vinny Aarons with his .424 batting average last year. So we've got a very interesting player this year, Linus Sanchez, who's playing third base today. So it's going to be interesting watching how he slots into this year's team as well. And I'm going to guess he's going to get a lot of hits. He's going to play some solid defense as well. What else do we have here? A lot of the team. As we go through some of the technical changes, first game out. A lot of the team will sound familiar to those who follow the Capitals on a regular basis. Might as well go through that lineup right now as the managers are out exchanging lineup cards. Eric Brank will lead off for Bonn. He's playing shortstop. That's a familiar position, familiar spot in the lineup for Brank. Linus Sanchez, before mentioned, playing third base. He's batting second. Vinny Aarons, behind the plate, had a really great year last year. Batting cleanup, Lam Hunt. We all know him well. Fans know him well, expecting big things from him again this year. He had a batting average of .422 last year. John Schultz is new to the team. He is playing left field. Justice Recchi is in right field. Daniel Lankhorst, another familiar name, of course. Center field, Leonard Vella, fan favorite. He's playing first base. And Nick Miceli is the DH today. let me quickly run through the visiting team, the Steelers lineup. Some of these, had to decipher some some of the writing on the scorecard, so bear with me if there are friends and family out there listening. We will get it right as we go along in the game. But so far, here's what I have. Tyler Villaroman is playing center field. Mirko Olechevsky is playing first base. Alex Bentley is behind the plate. He's a catcher. Brahan Murphy is at third base. Matty Lesniak is the DH. Mark Harder is playing second. Jerome Rousseau is left field. Julian De Alva is shortstop. Linus Hartman is in right field. And, of course, as we mentioned, Joe Vidig is on the mound for the Steelers. So, throw down to second base, and it looks like we're just about to get underway here in Bonn. Boy, it's great to be back, snow and all. Not a problem, as we all know. Some of us hail from Canada, where snow is a very regular thing. And so not a problem, but I will be looking forward to the sun. The wind is blowing out to left center, I guess. Not so strong now, but anybody who lives in Bonn knows that wind has really come in tough the last couple of weeks. So up to the plate, batter one, Tyler Villaroman. First pitch of the year for the Capitals is a ball, low. No score, top of the first inning. And, of course, I'm happy, Angela, to be joined in the booth with you again this year. Tell us what you know, what's good for this year, and what can we look forward to today?
Ja, welcome also from my side. Hallo zusammen, herzlich willkommen zur Saisoneröffnung hier der Bonn Capitals im Stadion Rheinaue. Der Hagelschauer ist vorbei und wir können pünktlich anfangen, auch wenn es ein bisschen nass ist draußen, aber so ist es nun mal. Ja, what do I expect? Also ich werde so ein bisschen wechseln zwischen Deutsch und Englisch, weil der Brent spricht ja mit uns Englisch. Ja.
Kein Problem.
Alles gut. Yeah, what do we expect? I mean, beside the Bundesliga, we have a major event coming up with the European Champions Cup.
That's right.
And so we are very much looking forward to that. It's in June, from the 7th to the 11th of June. But right now, I mean, we focus, of course, on the Bundesliga and the start into the season. As you just explained, we brought a few new players, but it's similar to all the other years. The core of our team is the same.
Yeah.
So let's say like 90% of the team is the same team, and then we have the other 10% coming from abroad.
And it's a good team, let's face it. So the core is still strong, and as we see a walk down to first base, so the leadoff man has walked on. Yeah, so the core is the same, but exciting to have, of course, Sanchez on the team as well. Don't know quite as much about Joan Schultz. I suppose we will learn as we go. From what I understand, Angela, you mentioned he's from the International League, or did I?
From the Independent
League in the
US,
sorry. Yeah.
Frontier League, which I didn't know before, but so Evansville is what he played last. And he played with Wilson Lee in Australia. So.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. And you don't see Wilson Lee on our lineup because he's stuck. He got stuck in Australia because of Corona.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah. So of course, Australia's numbers are a bit high right now.
No, it's not about the numbers, but I think he got infected or so. So.
And a liner into left field. So, and the runner's heading to third base. Some hustle, gets into third, and the runner. The batter goes into second base, and that is Olechevsky. He's playing first base in now at second. So runners on third and second. Tough start here for Noah Lind at the beginning of the game. Walks the leadoff batter and a hit to follow that up. That'll bring to the plate, Alex, Bentley, I believe. Again, got to look at some of the printing on the lineup card. I thought my writing was bad.
I can check that.
Thanks, Angela. Again, apologies as we get some of these sorted out. And a grounder down to third base. Steps on the bag, throw it on down to first. Of course, not a forced play out at first base. The run scores, though, 1-0 as the Steelers draw first blood. I'll bring up Brahan Murphy. He's the third baseman today for the Steelers. So Olszewski down on, he's at third base, taking his lead. Nice play by Sanchez at third base. Cleanup hitter. Fouls back. Wears number 14 on his back. And the sun's peeking through. Typical April weather here in Bonn. You get a little bit of everything. Potpourri. Another foul. Count is 0-2. Good to see the fans back. I think, Angela, that the corona restrictions that were in place for last season no longer apply.
That's true. It's just here in North Rhine-Westphalia that right now we are off from any restrictions. And so, of course, that's pretty easy then for our fans, and and the Capitals don't take any entrance fee during regular season, and so we can be very happy with the crowd here.
Yes.
And of course, it helps that we don't have to control everybody at the entrance. So
that's true. It's a lot easier to get into the game. So if you were sitting at home watching the game, indeed, try and get out to a game as soon as possible. It's a lot easier to get in, and I'm sure for the organizers a lot easier to deal with as well, as the strike is called. On Matty Lesniak, he's the DH. Runner still at third base. That's Olszewski. Lint delivers. That's a strike. First game of the year, of course, anybody could have some of the butterflies in their stomach. Saw that in a game last night in the Major League. Blue Jays pitcher gave up 7 runs in the first inning. So this happens, but the good ones, they settle into the game, and we'll see if Lint
you should know
manages
that Brent sits here with his Blue Jay shirt on. So
well, I thought I'd tone it down a bit, Angela, just for game one. I don't want to alienate anybody right away, but if
no, that's okay. You are Canadian, so you are allowed to.
And the pitch is, hit just goes up Lint's glove, throws it down to first base, and he gets him on the throw. Nice play by the shortstop. Brank delivers, and so 1 run scores. Caps are up. We'll be right back. Score is 1-0. And welcome back to the game. 1-0. Steelers leading. Up to the plate is Eric Brank. Big fan favorite here as well. He hit .321 last year. Always a team leader. 3 home runs last year, 12 RBIs, on base percentage of .486. You count on this guys when you're big guys as he takes a strike from pitcher Joe Vidig. As we were mentioning, Vidig played on the Caps last year, now has gone over to the Steelers. Pitched occasionally, I believe, in some games last year as a relief pitcher for Bonn. As that pitch comes in outside. Some exciting games I remember at the end of the year last year in playoffs by Brank. He had some games that I recall, some home runs, of course, and there was one game in particular, Angela, I'm trying to think of, where Brank had this super hot game. I'm trying to remember what game that was.
I don't know which one, but he had 2 home runs in that game and 2 singles or doubles or something like that. I think it was the playoff quarterfinals, but I'm not 100% sure.
I agree. I think that's what it is. Yeah, count is 2-2 now on Brank. Fitted, sets and delivers, and comes in low. So full count now. Angela, I was interested. I wonder what it's like. What does the coach think, Max Schmidt, about the canceled game last week? Is this seen as a bonus for Bonn that they have more time to prepare?
No. But actually, they would have liked to start, but not under these conditions. So they were happy that with snowing and very cold, they were happy that they didn't have to play, because it's a danger of injuries, etc. when it's too cold, and so finally they were happy that they can have the season opener at home. So
yeah, it's very nice, and thinking of the pulled muscles that come and all the other associated slip and fall.
But they were ready to play. But but it's bad for Paderborn, because the Paderborn's games this weekend were also cancelled.
Oh no!
So Paderborn is now 4 games behind after this weekend. So we played the Paderborn game that was cancelled last week. We played it on the 4th of June, which is the Saturday before Pentecost. Which is a little bit difficult for us, because on that Tuesday we start the Champions Cup.
The Champions Cup starts, yes.
But that's the way it is. So.
Yeah, indeed. You can't control the weather. So, almost a mirror image of the previous half inning. Walks Brank. He's on first base. Leadoff man. He's going for second. Half-hearted throw down, and Brank is in there easily. So, nice hustle right off the start. Nice to see that. Runner at second. At the plate is Dennis Sanchez, who we talked about a bit at the beginning of the game. He's wearing number 8. As we were saying, .446 average last year.
Yeah, he played very, very long for Solingen, and it's a pity that Solingen had to take back their team from Bundesliga, because they were a long-standing member of the Bundesliga. And everybody is sad about it, but their circumstances didn't allow to go on with Bundesliga. So but he played for Solingen, I don't know, 10 years or so, or 8 years or something like that. And so he didn't have to go far now from Solingen to Bonn. It's close.
It makes sense, and Bonn is, I'm sure, very happy to get him as well. Some solid stats in there. And yeah, it is a shame. It's hard to make one of these teams work. There a lot of people, a lot of money goes into these organizations, and you need a lot of luck as well. Chopper down to the shortstop. Shortstop grabs it, goes to third, and he's too late. As Brent gets under the throw, I have to tell you, that's sort of a questionable play. You go with the sure out on these plays, and I think any coach would probably prefer that you go to first on that play. So, runners on the corners now. There's nobody out. And coming up to the plate is Vinny Ahrens. Ahrens, .424 hitter. Had a good year last year for Bonn. Runners take their lead. Swing and a miss. wonder if Sanchez might go. Yep, stands are looking good. Lots of people here despite the early weather. Of course, there goes Sanchez, and he hits the batter. So Ahrens goes to first base, Sanchez second, and Eric Brank remains on third. Sacks are loaded. This is a situation you want for one of your best hitters, Daniel Lam Hunt. Wearing is always number 15.
Yeah, and Daniel Lam Hunt didn't go to the hair cutter since we have Corona.
I've noticed
you
that.
can see that, right?
Yes,
So
Thor at the plate.
He denied to do that since we started with Corona 2.5 years ago or so.
Well, hopefully he's like Samson. That strength just gets more and more. Pitches outside, 1-0. Yeah, let's see how he plays, and we'll decide about the haircut. Right? If he shows lots of power, we know it's true. The legend is true. You can't cut your hair. Ooh, high and outside. Look like a ball from here. 1-1. Nobody out. So Vidic already in a tough situation here. Team is leading. Well, the Steelers are leading 1-0. We'll see how long it lasts. And a pass ball as the runner comes home. Throw. Nope. No throw to home. And Eric Brank goes in standing up. So clearly a pass ball goes under the catcher's glove. 1-1 is the score. Runners move up. So that means Sanchez is now at third. Ahrens is at second base. Lam Hunt still at the plate. To the umpire looking up at the sky, might be a few drops still falling, although the sun is, it's trying to peek through. Runners take their lead. High pop-up. Catcher tries to spot it, and he's got it. 1 out. First out in the inning. As Lam Hunt and looks like they're just having a little chat. And that'll bring to the plate John Schultz. And I don't know too much about Schultz.
I don't know either.
So we'll find out together.
It's just, no, he's
got a goatee.
As I said, he played the last 2 or 3 seasons. He played in Evansville in the Independent League in the U.S. And he's a U.S. boy, so and as I said before, I mean, he played with Wilson Lee in Australia.
Yeah. And another pass ball. And in to score comes in comes Sanchez. So 2 pass balls leading to 2 runs. Score now, Bonn ahead 2-1. So the count is 1-0. It's not up on the scoreboard, but it is. And that's inside. Vidic struggling a bit here in the first inning. Only 1 out. Schultz, who is playing left field for the team today, at the plate. And a hard chopper down to first, and the first baseman right there to grab it. And that'll be 2 down. Justice Recchi, wearing number 13, playing right field today. He's number 7 batter. He batted he had a batting average of 200 last year.
Yeah, but he had one or the other home run, so
Yeah.
So some nice hits in his at-bats.
He had some nice fielding, too. Remember, he made a few nice plays out there. Runner on third is Vinny Ahrens. catcher struggles with that ball too, but the runner's not going.
Obviously, the catcher has a problem with his leg.
Yeah,
Did you
he's
see that?
limping. Yeah. I think it's probably going for all those pitches off the plate. No, some struggling out there. Again, first game of the year. Got to work some of the kinks out at the beginning. Totally understandable. Two and 0 count, delivery, and that's low. I'm guessing he'll probably be taking this ball. 2 out. Of course, you got Lankhorst coming up. And that's low. Clearly low. Not even close. So, runners on the corner now again for Bonn. As Wittich loses Recchi to walk. Aaron's on third. Recchi on first. Lankhorst to the plate. Lankhorst playing center field today. 226 average last year. And the catcher struggles with that one again. It's a frustrating game sometimes. Especially when the weather's cooler. High pop-up into left, shallow left field and foul territory. Is he going to get it? I can't see. Looks foul. Yep, big bounce. Foul ball, loud strike. 1-1 is count. As the players resume their positions. So Wilson Lee is stuck in Australia.
Yes.
Oh boy. It's not, I mean, there's worse places to be stuck in, of course. But I'm sure he'd like to play.
Actually, he played there during the German winter, so he's in good shape whenever he comes back. So
yes, hurry home, Wilson Lee. So 2-1 is the count. Runners on the corner, on the corners. Vinny Aaron still third base. Recchi's at first. Chopper back just over the pitcher. Shortstop comes in and bobbles the ball a bit. It's hard to handle as the run scores. Aarons comes in. It was a tough one. He did, he struggled a bit to try and get that and release it. No luck on his part. So that'll bring to the plate Leonard Vella. 31. He's playing first base today, as he tends to do. Runners at first and second. And that ball gets through again, and the runners move up. Definitely the combo, pitching, catching, still to get it somewhat smooth today.
To adjust a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think, I mean, last week, Joe Wittich pitched only 2 innings in the second game.
I see.
So he was not the starting pitcher last week.
He was out in front of that pitch, Vella was, and fouls it back just behind us. And it's good to see the kids out running for those foul balls again. Saw a bit of that to the end of last season. Nice to see families out here again. Please do come out to the park if you can. Of course, we're always happy to have you join us virtually as well. That pitch is low.
I mean, the mood is good. I mean, you should bring a warm jacket.
Yes.
But there are a lot of people out here, so it's fun to see. All in their winter coats, but it doesn't matter.
And the Ducks are in center field. Probably I'm not able to see that maybe on TV right now, but as that pitch is low. There are 2 Ducks in center field. Hopefully they don't come into play. But look, they should know that the tickets are free. They don't need to fly in. And that pitchy, that's a tight strike zone. So loses another one. The bases are full. That will bring up Nick Miceli. That will be 1, 2, 3 walks today for Wittich, as the coach goes out to have a chat with his pitcher. let's catch up a bit. Recchi is at third base. Langhorst is at second. And Vela, who just got walked, is on first. Nick Miceli is the DH today. 321 is his average. The wind seems to have died down. But as it's kind of pointless to even say it because it does tend to change rather quickly as the Adams family plays over the loudspeaker here in Bonn. Field is looking good. Always credit to groundskeepers who keep the field looking good. And for a couple of years now, we have lights, so we can play at night. It's super nice to come out for a night baseball game. And as a baseball fan, I'm so excited that baseball is back. And Vidic gets a strike. So last year, Nick Miceli, as we said, he's got a batting average of .321 last year. He had a home run, 7 RBIs. Sacks full. And that pitch comes in for a strike. So they are looking, because of the inconsistency a bit earlier on by Vidic, I think the player's going up, likely being told to maybe take a look at a few. Big lead at second base. That curve comes in, and he doesn't get the strike. I think he wanted that one.
Yeah.
Looked like it. It's quite the movement on that pitch. But the umpire says no, that's a lot of movement, but it moved out of the strike zone. 1-2 is the count. Bases are full. Miceli almost goes for it. Catcher drops the ball. Also a theme.
He's really limping. I mean, this
Yeah,
is
I think he's struggling from something. 2-2. Bases loaded. 2 out. 3-1 the score. Bonn over Steelers. And that's outside. Throw down to third, and they got him, but drops the ball as the runners stay at their bases. So.
And Recchi goes home.
Recchi goes home. Lots of defensive struggles for Hamburg in this, the bottom of the first inning for them. That should have been a play where he grabs that and throws home, but it wasn't to be. Miceli, big hit into left field. That looks like it's going foul. Yeah, just to the left. Foul pole. So we'll do it again. But smart play on the catcher, who saw the big lead that Recchi was taking at third, threw down. It just didn't work out, obviously. Langhorst, throw down to second. He's got him at second base, and that'll end the inning. But not before Langhorst scores to make it 5-1 Bonn as we head to the top of the second inning. Already a very crazy game.
Yeah.
We'll be right back on Caps TV. Caps TV and Bond's credit, of course. And we are now in the top. Mark Harder strikes out. And that'll bring up Jerome Rousseau. I think I'll just stay off the music commentary now. Rousseau plays left field. Where's number 2? Oh, Noah Lind comes out throwing strikes. Nice to see. Strikes out Harder. Now coming after Rousseau. What do we know about Rousseau? Here's what I can tell you. As he swings and misses, Noah Lint gets another strike. Batting average of .250 last year. No home runs, 1 RBI. On base percentage of .250. So not a power hitter. And that pitch comes in low. 1-2 is the count. 1 out. 5-1 Bond. Steelers 1-1, lost 1. Played Berlin Flamingos last week. Hey, Angela, what do we know about the Flamingos this year? They had a really tough couple of seasons.
Yeah, but actually they got Enobel Marquez back, who was playing for Heidenheim for a couple of years. And, I mean, he's a veteran, so to speak, but he was originally from Berlin, and so now he went back to Berlin to be in the management, but still pitching for them. Which is, of course, a big help to have such a good pitcher on the mound. So they split against Hamburg last weekend, the Flamingos.
Yeah.
So in the second game, with Enobel pitching, they were pretty strong. But, I mean, of course, for the Flamingos, they would like to go to the playoffs, but they haven't reached that so far.
Not yet, yeah.
But it's the same with Hamburg. Hamburg definitely wants to go to the playoffs, which they did last year. So
that's right. So I guess they want to do better, at least get that far this year. So Noah Lind, 2 in a row, struck him out, and that'll bring to the plate Julian De Alva. Another player I don't have a lot of information on. We will learn together as we go. As that's foul back. One thing the weather can't kill is the barbecue just beneath us. And, you know, thank God for that.
And the hot drinks, of course.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And Noah Lind strikes out the side. Wow, 1, 2, 3. And we go to the bottom of the second inning here on Caps TV. 5-1 Bond over the Steelers. We'll be right back. Welcome back. 5-1 the score. Capitals over the Steelers. Top of the order, back up again. Eric Brank led off last inning with a walk. Finish still on the mound for the Steelers. Gets a strike. As we were saying, Brank a .321 hitter last year. And that comes in for a strike as well. Bit of a wild inning that last half inning for Vidic, and some pass balls. Obviously, the catcher struggling a bit. I was thinking maybe there's something going on with his leg. Maybe looks like he's limping a bit, and he gets him to look pretty bad on that one. Strikeout for Eric Brank, and that'll bring up Dennis Sanchez. Angela, one of the things I've noticed, looking at the website, of course, and just here at the game, is we've got a sharp-looking mascot.
Yeah, I mean, this is not a new mascot, but his costume is new, and
Yes.
he looks pretty smart and handsome in it, and because it's
Big
wow,
hit
big
into
hit,
right
yeah.
field. Fielder goes back, and it's to the wall. As Sanchez goes into second, the throw, he's safe. Nice hit right to the fence, right between right and center for Sanchez. So Sanchez already making his mark known here in Bonn.
Absolutely.
Oh, and speaking of
So
the devil, the mascot is
The mascot is a lion,
he's-
Lion King. There he is. There's the Lion King. He's
It's-
just visiting us up
you
here
were
in
right.
our booth,
Sharply dressed,
sharply dressed.
looking good.
Wears number 7 of our head coach. So
That's right.
yeah, and so actually, if you want to vote, just look at I think in our Facebook account, because we are looking for a new name for our mascot.
Throw back to second, he's in, no problem. Yeah, good idea. I love that. I saw it on Instagram, and so get those votes in. Get those suggestions in. And drop ball by the catcher. Throw down to third base, and he got him. Sanchez tries to get third on that drop ball by the catcher Bentler, and he is caught. So 2 out now here in the top of the second inning, and Aaron's still at the plate. Caught stealing on that. And a hit into center field and going back,
That's gone.
and it's gone. Home run by Daniel Lam Hunt, starting.
No, that's Vinny Ahrens.
Sorry, Vinny Ahrens, and he's getting his season going off to a bang and carrying on where he led off last year. Very nice. That was on a rope right into center field. Lam Hunt, of course, who you can't mistake him with that hair. Early in the season for us, too. Nice hit into center field. So 6-1 is the score now. The Capitals leading the Steelers. It's a pity that Sanchez, of course, caught a third. That's the way it goes. Big swing and a miss. I see also, Angela, the fans don't have to just go in through the one entry point here at the stadium either.
Yeah, because we don't have to control them, and we
That's
don't have
right.
entrance fees, so we open both sides.
Yeah. Easier in every way.
Yeah, just come and see, and eat and drink and whatever.
Yeah, have a good time. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Now the count on Lam Hunt. So Vinny Ahrens really hit well last year, obviously, and off to a good start. I'm sure expecting big things, of course, from him. And he strikes him out to end the inning. So gets a strikeout on the first batter, Brank, and on the last batter, Daniel Lam Hunt. But between that, gives up a home run. So we will be back here on Caps TV. The score is 6-1, Bonn over the Steelers. We'll be right back.
Dein Sport, dein Team, überall live. Fußball, Eishockey, Basketball, alle Spiele live. Jetzt auf magentasport.de buchen. Dein Sport, dein Team, überall live. Fußball, Eishockey, Basketball, alle Spiele live. Jetzt auf magentasport.de buchen.
Ist Mia. Mia hat zu Hause einen richtig schönen Designboden, der aber auch leider oberflächige Schäden und tiefe Kratzer aufweist. Dr. Schultz hat dafür die Lösung mit Produkten für die Reinigung und Pflege, wie das Designboden-Pflegeset und um tiefe Kratzer zu beseitigen, das Scratch Fix Repair Set. Und damit Mia genau weiß, wie man ihre Böden zu Hause perfekt pflegt und schützt, gibt es unsere Tutorials auf dem Dr. Schultz YouTube-Channel. Für Mia und euch alle. Damit muss sich Mia nicht mehr um ihre Böden sorgen, sondern kann ganz beruhigt unsere Caps anfeuern. Go Caps! Das
And welcome back to the game. 6-1 is the score. Capitals over the Steelers so far. It has turned into a rather nice night for baseball, if not a little bit chilly, but it didn't look that way when we were starting off. We got a bit of a snow downpour, as we were saying, April weather. Then, up first for the Steelers, there's a number 9 batter, Linus Hartman. He's their right fielder. Noah Lint still on the mound for the Capitals. Struck out the side in the last inning. We are in the top of the third. He continues where he left off. That was a nice pitch. Sanchez really playing in third base.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's looking for that bunt. That pitch comes in nice and close. I think Sanchez could get there too. 2-1 is the count. Make that 2-2.
No, 3-1.
Sorry, 3-1. So we had some cheerleaders, a group of young ladies who were out to cheer on the players before the game. That was nice to see.
Yeah, we had quite a little bit of a program before we started here. We had a first pitch today from the mayor.
Oh, and he snags it at first base. Nice play by Vela. That'll retire Hartman. That'll turn the order over to the top. Tyler Villaroman. He's the center fielder. Sorry, Angela, you were saying first pitch got tossed out today by the mayor.
Yeah. By the mayor, and we had the cheerleaders, and we had the mascot, the new one coming up, and so quite some program.
Nice.
And then it started snowing.
Because that's just what it does here.
But we were early with everything, though we started right on time at 7 o'clock.
And a hit out into center field. Goes back, and he camps under it. Kein problem for Daniel Lankhorst. And that's 2 away. Noah Lynn getting through these innings rather well so far.
Yeah, he's doing a pretty good job. He's
Yeah.
only 18 years old, so
That's right.
he's still allowed to play juniors. So
No, he's impressive. I remember seeing him at the end of last year, and yeah, a lot of potential. I know the team is expecting good things from him. Off-speed pitch. Fools, another one of these really easy names for me to say. Wolachensky No, sorry.
Olszewski.
Olszewski. I got that now. And bounces that one to the plate, 1-1. Yeah, there's some fans here and some warm clothes.
Absolutely.
Not a bad idea. That's a strike. Grabs the outside corner. You know, in a couple of weeks, we'll be in here in our T-shirts complaining about the heat, wondering where all the fans are. It's in the wind fans. Oh,
Oops.
tricks him on that pitch. And the bat goes flying. So that's it. Strikes him out. Lint looking sharp now as we head to the bottom of the third here on Caps TV. Welcome back to the ballpark. 6-1 is the score. Capitals over the Steelers. And at the plate right now is John Schultz. He flew out two on a sharp line drive last inning. Flew out to first base. Wearing number 45. Remains a bit of a mystery to us, but we're expecting good things. Fiddick still in the mound for the Steelers. And so I had a bit of a conversation there about where has he been playing before? What's his status again?
Yeah, so he's American, but he has an Italian passport, and that gives him the right to pitch in the first game. Because in the German Bundesliga, in the first game, you can only have German or European pitchers.
Right.
And so, but that was the same last year when he was in Bonn. He had an Italian passport, so he didn't take any overseas spots. So.
Mm-hmm. And down the first base line, fair goes into right field. And there's John Schultz on first base. That's twice now he's been going down the first base line. Just fair that ball was. Nice hit, regardless. I'll bring up Justice Recchi. Walked, came around to score in the last inning. Sorry, in the first inning. And foul back our way. 0-1. We'll have to see if Schultz has some speed as well. Not too wide of a lead. Not going there as he... Well, it's a foul again. Right into the stands. Mad rush for the ball. And someone comes up with it. Lucky number 13 is Recchi. He's your right fielder, batting .200 last year. Wind blowing out, and he hits him. So, Vittich loses Recchi to first. That puts runners on first and second, and nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning. That's probably doesn't feel so good in the cold. Schultz on second, Recchi on first. At the plate is Daniel Lankhorst.
He's Danny. He's not
Danny
Daniel.
Lankhorst. Yeah.
I mean, he is Danny, so his name is not Daniel.
See, testing to see if you were awake, Angela.
Of course, I'm awake.
You're only doing 5 jobs at once.
I'm freezing. Cold hands and trying to be on my computer's keyboard here with cold fingers.
But the good news is you're paying attention, so that's really good. You passed.
I know my players.
As that comes in for a strike. Well put. Set and deliver. And that's a strike. 0-2 is the count. And that one's in the dirt. As Schultz scrambles to get back to second base, there was no throw down, but
Okay, now he got his shirt dirty.
he got his shirt dirty. Yeah. He can go home proud. Schultz at second. Recchi at first. And a hit through. And around comes Schultz. He's heading for home. The throw comes into third base, and they think they've got him. Yes, they do. They got Recchi caught up, coming into third, but the run scores. Schultz is really chugging around there. And the score is 7-1. So, Lankhorst, Danny, ends up at second as that throw came into third. Leonard Veller at the plate. Veller was walked in his last at-bat. Big lead out at second base. As pops it up in pretty much straightaway center field. No problem. No tag on the play. A threat, but nothing. Those ducks are still in there between center field and left field. Getting a little closer to the infield. And we joke about it, but you wouldn't want to stumble over one of those on a fly ball. Nick Miceli at the plate. 321 hitter. Nice having rounding out the order. Lankhorst still at second.
Yeah, our speedy Lankhorst who scored the first inning after a passed ball.
That's right.
He scored from second base.
Yes, that's speedy. Thinking about holding him a little closer, he's got quite the lead. Just daring them to throw down. But based on what we've seen earlier in the game, it might not be the best move. 2 out in the inning. Pitch to Miceli. Chopper down to third base. Third baseman grabs it on to first. He's out, and that'll retire the side. Run scores. Score is now 7-1 Caps over the Steelers. We will be right back on Caps TV. Welcome back to Bonn. The score is 7-1 for the Caps over the Steelers, as the catcher, who's seen a lot of action today, Alex Bentler, is at the plate. He grounded out to the third baseman in his last at-bat. We were just having a little chat about the Champions Cup. That's going to be great, Angela, having that in June.
Yeah, absolutely. We are very much looking forward to that. It's
definitely. How many teams and how many? What is sort of the setup? And
yeah, it's the best 8 teams of Europe.
Yep.
It's a kind of Champions League of baseball. Which is played in a tournament, not like in football or soccer. But it's the best 8 teams. And this year, the funny thing is there are 2 from the Netherlands, 2 from Italy, 2 from Germany, and 2 from Czech Republic.
Wow.
So we have 4 countries.
It's good representation.
Yeah. And as always, of course, the favorite teams are the Italian and Dutch teams.
Right.
But as we know, the Bonn Capitals were
Are good
second seeded last year at the Champions Cup.
Yeah, good things can happen.
So
Nice. Yeah, no, it's going to be exciting. It's great to have that representation. Of course, yeah, the Dutch, Italians, always good teams, but we've got a pretty good team right here, as you say, as well.
I mean, of course, I mean the Bonn Capitals really want to at least to reach the finals again. So
yeah.
That's the target. And of course, we hope that because we have the Capitals always playing the evening game at 7 o'clock, we of course hope that a lot of crowd will cheer them.
Yes.
Cheer for them.
Excuse me. If people are out there and they want some plans for June, put this on the top of your list because it's going to be exciting baseball to watch.
So it's the week after Pentecost, starting on Tuesday after Pentecost.
Right on. High pop-up. Lint gives way to the catcher. And he drops the ball. That's a tough play. But usually that is the case where the pitcher is told not to take those. That's, at least in the games that I watch, they get out of the way for the other players to take that. But catching is a tough position today, as we've seen, Angela.
Yeah, but actually he was a little, I don't know, maybe he didn't see it early enough or whatever.
Yeah. Again, we're going to chalk up any slips to the first game of the
We
season.
forgive him. He had a
Yeah.
home run already.
That's
so
right. Exactly. We'll let that one slide.
Yeah, so coming back to the Champions Cup, so the Bond
Oh, he picks them off at first base. Caught
Nice
caught
move
him
there.
napping.
Yeah, he really looked like a nap, right?
Oh, yes. So, right. 2 out now.
Good that they concentrate on the game.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah, and also for the Champions Cup, I mean, we still also need volunteers because it's a big event. It goes from the morning till the evening, and we need volunteers helping us with everything that we need to set up. So if you want to volunteer, just look to our website, go to one of our email addresses, and send us an email.
Good idea. Good idea. It's really fun. You get to know the organization, to know some of the people involved, and really feel part of the action as well when you come out as a volunteer. 2-2 the count. 2 out, 7-1 the score. Capitals over the Steelers.
Yeah, and as a volunteer, you work like 5 hours for a shift, and then the rest of the day you can watch baseball. So
Exactly. Beautiful. And he strikes him out to retire the side. So, small threat extinguished. And we head to the bottom of the 4th inning, 7-1 Bond. We'll be right back on Caps TV. Welcome back to Bond. 7-1 is the score. Caps over the Steelers thus far. Top of the lineup, Eric Brank. He also started the last inning as well. Or sorry, the second inning as well. In which he struck out and he walked in his at-bat previous to that. Set and delivery. Oh, and he lost another one. He hit the batter. And you see Vidic apologizing to Brank. I think that one clearly just got away from him. Cold day. These things happen. So Brank has gotten to first base twice today, but none of them registered as a hit. As he walked and he's been hit by a pitch. By hook or by crook, he's at first. Then I'll bring up Dennis Sanchez, who ended his earlier in the in the second inning, tried to get to third base on a hit, and he got thrown out. But really showing some good at-bats today. It's quite the stance up there. That back elbow is up high. But it looks good because he hits that one into left field for a single. Brank stops at second. Sanchez making a pretty good impression already this early in the year.
Yeah, I'm back. I had a little chat with our financial guy.
Oh, good. We're not broke, are we? I have no financial stake in this. Don't come hunting for me, tax man.
No, actually, today he was handing out our Caps supporter cards because we have a very, very nice fans who invested some money into our club, into players, etc. Because although we don't take any entrance fees in the regular season, they invested money into our club with the supporter cards, but they have their reserved seats now.
Oh, that's great.
So they have special numbers on their seats.
Ah, that's a great idea. And now, is this still open for people who are interested?
They can still do it and write an email to ticket@capitals.de.
Ticket@capitals.de.
Yeah.
Great. So they come in, they don't have to worry about fighting for a good seat. They got the one they want.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's nice. 2-0 is the count on Vinny Ahrens. He's reached home twice today. On second base is Eric Brank, Dennis Sanchez. I keep wanting to call him Denny.
Actually, his name is Daniel, but he's called Danny, so.
We'll get this straight. So, yeah. And that's a strike. 3-1. I see the mascot down, making the rounds, getting all the fans, making all the fans happy. You know, what's interesting? You know, the mascots are always lions or always tigers. You never hear like the Cleveland mouse or
you want a mouse
or the hamster. You know.
Okay.
No, I'm not saying that's what I want. I'm just saying it's an interesting naming policy.
Just let us imagine we would do that, and then you wear the costume.
No. Look, I don't want to go too far, but just think of the Hamburg hamster. You know, this would be something.
Maybe you suggest that to the Hamburg Steelers.
We'll see. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Vinnig in trouble in this inning again as well with Daniel Lam Hunt at the plate. I will get these words out of my mouth properly. I will.
Sooner or later, you will.
Sooner or later. And a hit up the middle. It's through. And Brent comes around to score. Throw to the plate. Too late. And Sanchez comes in as well. Very nice hit up the middle. Just under the shortstop's glove. That's what you want from your big hitters. Your cleanup hitter is to come through when you need him most, and that's what he just did. The score is now 9-1 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. So if my counting is correct, and it isn't always guaranteed, Ahrens is at second base, Lam Hunt is at first. Nobody out still.
And Schultz at the plate.
Schultz is at the plate. He had a nice single down the first base line in his last at-bat. Hey, you know who we haven't talked about yet, Angela, is the new pitcher for Bonn from Lithuania.
Yeah.
Now, let's see if I've got this right. Last name is pronounced Neverauskas.
Neverauskas, yeah.
Close enough? All right.
Dovydas is his first name.
Okay. When will we see him pitch?
I don't know. He came in like a week ago or so, and the coaches probably give him a little bit more time to adjust to the team and to the German Bundesliga, etc. But he played in inter-squad games, and he's a he's a very nice and relatively shy guy. So
Okay.
yeah, and of course,
High pop up into shallow. Well, actually, he just moves over a bit. He's got it, and that's one out for the Steelers. It's a shy guy, huh?
yeah, and it's pretty exciting. I mean, he is an ex-MLB player, so
Right.
he played 4 seasons for the Pittsburgh Pirates. So
That's amazing. That's great.
and last year he played in Japan.
Okay.
So yeah, it's pretty exciting. And also the good thing is he has a European passport, so
That helps.
So he
sure.
can play any game. So
Yep. And that's a strike on Justice Recchi. We still have runners at second and first. That's Vinny Aarons and Daniel Lam Hunt, respectively. Jumper down to third base through the legs of the third baseman as Aarons comes around to score. Lam Hunt goes to third and kicks the ball almost out of the glove of the third baseman. That third baseman's having a bit of a challenge today. Some tough ones coming his way. So that will add to the tally.
one more score here by Vinny Aarons.
Vinny Aarons has crossed that plate 3 times already today. Again, picking up where he left off last year. So, good hit by Recchi. Strong hit down. He's on second base. Lam Hunt on third. As that ball gets by him. The catcher. Ball 1. 10-1 to score. Yeah. And that pitch is outside. Again, catcher's getting up gingerly. Come to catch us, Alex Bentler. For the Steelers. Again, the ball comes in low. 3-0. I would assume he's watching on this one. With only 1 out. And that's exactly what happens, and he ends up at first base. Once again, familiar theme in this game. Excuse me, the bases are loaded. Right, and Danny Lankhorst comes to the plate. Little powwow on the mound. Jeopardy song happens. So, yeah, so it's great to hear about the new pitcher.
Yeah, so we are looking forward, of course, to see him pitch, but give him another 2-3 weeks before he will be on the mound, I guess. Maybe he will have one or the other relief inning or so.
To get him warmed up.
Let's see, yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, we've got a bit of a break here. Here's something I like to do each game. It's talk a little bit of what happened in Major League history. Today in 1947, Commissioner Happy Chandler suspended manager Leo DeRocher, the Brooklyn Dodgers, for the entire season for consorting with gamblers. Bad. This was pre-Pete Rose.
So did you bring a trivia question today?
I did, and I've got to turn my screen. It's an easy one to start things off. Let's just see what happens with this bases loaded situation first. And a big foul back our way. AC/DC's Thunderstruck plays here in the ballpark. And the pitch, that's inside. 1-1. 1 out. 10-1 is the score for Bonn over the Steelers. Bases loaded. Another ball. It's getting a little dark in here, Angela, in the booth. It's hard to see the scorecard.
I can switch off on the light.
Oh, that's
Give me till the end of this half inning.
And there's a foul back.
I know
exactly.
where
With the bases full, let's
I know
do
where
that
the
now.
light switch is. So
Really trying to save some money here. Keep the lights off until it's... Where's the coal stove, by the way? I feel like I'm at... I'm Bob Cratchit. Right. Lam Hunt on third base. And the pitch comes in and drops that ball. So it's a full count now. It seems to be a longer at bat.
we have Recchi at second and Lankhorst at first.
Yeah. And he strikes him out. That's 2 out. And that'll bring up Nick Miceli to the plate. So Vela strikes out. Miceli grounded out to the third baseman in his last at bat. But good hitter. Nice, as I said in the last inning, to have him rounding out the bottom of the order with his .327 average from last year. Vidic still on the mound for the Steelers. And a chopper down to third. Third baseman grabs it, throws it on to first, and first baseman
No
wasn't
damage.
sure if he had bobbled that, but left the bases loaded, and we head to the top of the fifth inning. The score is 10-1 Bonn.
Dein Sport, dein Team. Überall live. Fußball, Eishockey, Basketball. Alle Spiele live. Jetzt auf magentasport.de buchen.
Mia hat zu Hause einen richtig schönen Designboden, der aber auch leider oberflächige Schäden und tiefe Kratzer aufweist. Dr. Schultz hat dafür die Lösung mit Produkten für die Reinigung und Pflege, wie das Designboden-Pflegeset und um tiefe Kratzer zu beseitigen, das Scratch Fix Repair Set. Und damit Mia genau weiß, wie man ihre Böden zu Hause perfekt pflegt und schützt, gibt es unsere Tutorials auf dem Dr. Schultz YouTube-Channel. Für Mia und euch alle. Damit muss sich Mia nicht mehr um ihre Böden sorgen, sondern kann ganz beruhigt unsere Caps anfeuern. Go Caps!
Dein Sport, dein Team. Überall live. Fußball, Eishockey, Basketball. Alle Spiele live. Jetzt auf magentasport.de buchen.
Is really doing a good job on the mound today. A quick count, I have 6 strikeouts. It's pretty close to that, I would assume, as we see a swing and a miss, and he gets an 0-2 count on Harder. It's nicely decorated, the park today. Nice to see the balloons, these nice yellow and green balloons up behind home plate. Very festive. Opening day. You gotta do it upright. As we see, the wind is blowing out now to center. Playing him a bit shallow. Foul down the first base line. Lint delivers. And hit down into right field. Oh, he slips out there, but holds him to first base. You're going to watch out on that wet grass. You don't want an injury this early in the any point in the season, of course, but this is the time of the year these things tend to happen as well when that grass is slick out there. And well, with the snow earlier on, who knows? Recchi always does a good job out there in right field. So Harder's on first base with a single. It's a nice hit. If anyone has a space heater, they might want to drop it by this booth. Oh, and they pick another one off at first base. Lind has quite the move to first, and they get another one napping. CN caught napping on your scorecards, ladies and gentlemen. That sort of stuff drives a coach crazy. I mean, at the very least, pay attention to what is happening out there. Yes, Lind has a good move, but if it's happened once before in the game, you should be at least aware that of the potential that it could happen again. Swing and a miss. 0-2. I mean, those two pickoffs weren't even really close. They literally were napping as they were on the ground.
But nice move by Lind.
Definitely. Lefty it's nice. Bit of an advantage there. Great to see Lind pitching this well as he strikes him out. Rousseau. And that's 2 down. And that'll bring up to Alva. Alva is struck out in his last at-bat. Lind, I'm sure, looking for the same result this time. He's a shortstop. Dalviz. So, yeah, space heater's good. Chicken soup, always good, too. Just bring that by the booth.
Hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate's good.
Oh, Glühwein.
Glühwein. That's right. They must have some old bottles laying around from Christmas. Yeah, just dust those off. Bring it down. Or bring it up, I guess. We're up in the booth. Lind delivers. Swing and a miss. Yeah, it throws it on to first and completes the strikeout as the team was on their way in anyway. So, nice job again by Noah Lind. 2 strikeouts and a caught napping. Looking good so far as we head to the bottom of the 5th. 10-1 is the score here in Bonn.
hat gegen
Welcome back to Bonn. It is 10-1.
Is it Brank again? Wow.
Yes, he's making a habit of this.
Yeah.
Leading off the inning, that is. It is Brank. He was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. Struck out in the second. Walked in the first. So he's been around twice, too, to score. Nice day at the office as the pitch comes back.
Just missing a hit, but it's still time.
That's true. He's doing everything he can to score and to get on base without actually registering a hit. Oh, let's see if this is it. Nope. It doesn't look like it. So, flies out to the right fielder. And that'll bring up Dennis Sanchez, who has singled in his last at-bat. Caught stealing it, not stealing, tried to extend a hit in the second inning and came around to score in the first. .446 hitter last year. Soon we'll have updated stats for this year, but of course they need to have some at-bats before we have some good stats to report. So until then, we'll use some of the ones from last year. But what we've seen so far today is that the stats from last year look set to continue, especially for Sanchez and Vinny Aarons as well, who's also come around 3 times. 1-1 is the count. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Fans, by and large, look to have stuck around, even though it's a little chilly. Hot shot to the second baseman, who drops it, throws on to first, still gets him. That was a nice little play there. Not so much for Sanchez, who unlucky on that play, but the second baseman, Mark Harder, for the Steelers. Pretty play, even after dropping the ball. Team has struggled a bit defensively today, so they'll be happy about that one. I'll bring up the aforementioned Vinny Aarons. Of course, with the longer days now, it's not getting dark quite as early, but the is starting to get a bit darker here now in Bonn, but of course those lights are on, illuminating the field very well. Two out. That's a strike. Angela, I'm going to ask you the trivia question in the next inning because 2 out, I know my luck. And it's into shallow left field. Is he going to get? It is going to fall. And he comes around to second base. Nice hit. Very, very nice by Vinny Aarons. Having himself quite a game. It's just shallow enough to drop in there and cause trouble. Daniel Lam Hunt to the plate. Boy, this this top of the lineup for Bonn is doing a number today. Nice to see, of course. I mean, that's where you ideally want to see a lot of productions at the top of your lineup. You want to see it throughout, but that's where you put your hitters. That pitch comes in for a strike. Two out, bottom of the 5th, and a foul back. You know, Angela, it's interesting. I was talking, I work not too far from here, and I was talking to some people. I know a lot of people in Bonn are baseball fans, but this individual had lived here for almost 20 years and had never come to a baseball game. which, yes, he's a sports fan in some ways, maybe not particularly baseball. I think some people just may not have experienced the game or has not had anyone to show them. So, sure, you bring someone to the park. That is a. It looked like he signaled that was a.
Yeah.
It's a.
He
Foul
signaled
ball.
it a fair ball.
Yeah, he signaled. It looked like it was a.
Oh, the home plate umpire said it's not.
Okay, good. So that was a bit confusing. What I was saying before was that if you are a Capitals fan, see if you can't get someone to come with you to the game who may just simply have not bothered to come to a game. A lot of people, when they come to actually see a game,
I mean, actually,
to
this
fall
is
in
what
love
we
with it.
do. If somebody is new to baseball, he just should go to our catering booth here and say, okay, I'm new here. I need somebody explaining to me what's going on here. And we always find some of the fans who are willing to do that. So no problem.
That's great. And he strikes out Lam Hunt, and that will end the inning. Lam Hunt is not so happy with that call. The umpire pats him on the back and said, that's a nice argument. We'll see you next inning. So to the top of the sixth we go. 10-1 is the score here on Caps TV. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the game. 10-1 is the score. Bonn over the Steelers. Noah Lynch still on the mound. We have a few changes. Angela, it looks like Daniel Lam Hunt will stay in the game, but he's going to first base. And Eddie Stummel is in the game. He's going to play second base in place of Leonard Vella.
Yeah.
All right, I got that right.
I just had a look to the other fields today.
Mm-hmm.
There were already two surprises.
Let's hear it. I'm up for a surprise.
Heidenheim lost one of the games against Mainz,
Okay.
95. They won the first game. And Regensburg lost one of the games against Haar. So both teams, both favorite teams in the Bundesliga South, split. So I would call that a surprise. But it's the beginning of the season, so you never know.
Keep the cold weather coming. It's a shot down to third base. But Sanchez grabs it. Yeah, those are interesting scores, Angela. You're right.
Okay, here's your trivia question.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. I'm supposed to ask you the question.
No, I don't have any.
Okay, I'm going to ask you. All right. I think it's an easier one. It's multiple
Listen.
choice. Okay, so it's one. Okay, so trivia. Cleveland, we're talking Major League Baseball, has a new team name this year. The very inoffensive, the bland, and the utterly unforgettable Guardians. My question to you is, What was the other name that everybody thought it was going to be? Was it A, the Capitals, B, the Spiders, C, the Hall of Famers, or D, the Kookaburras? I mean, there seemed to be general consensus on one of these names. Everybody thought it was going to be one of these.
Yeah. The Spiders.
You've got it. It's the Spiders. Angela off to a hot start this year. That's
Yeah.
great. Good. I'm going to have to start making these a little bit harder. But I thought it was a good question. I mean, everybody thought it was going to be the Spiders, but they picked the Guardians of all team names.
They really picked the Guardians? I
It's
didn't
so
follow it up,
bland.
so.
Yes, it's just, yeah. It's like the Washington Football Club that they were for a little while. I just basically says nothing. I mean, but it's hard to beat a team like the Blue Jays. You know, they're such a great name,
Yeah, of
such
course.
a bossy bird. It's
Mhm.
great, and a big hit into right field. But Recchi is there and camps under it. He's got it. That's 2 out now in the inning. I also note today in 1994, this is sort of an maybe interesting, maybe not. So remember Michael Jordan? He used to play basketball.
Yes, I
Okay, you remember this
Michael
guy?
Jordan.
All right. So he, in 1994, made his professional debut for Double-A Birmingham. I remember when he played baseball, everybody thought it was a joke, but he really stuck in there. He rode the team bus. He did all of those things. He wasn't treated like a diva, didn't ask for that treatment. Interesting stuff, but not the world's greatest baseball player.
Yeah. This is like, what is his name again? The fast runner.
Bo Jackson?
No.
Eddie Stummel?
It's the third out.
That's the third out. It's mercifully.
Usain Bolt, who tried to play soccer.
That's right. Okay. We'll come back for more
Yeah.
at the bottom of the 6th inning on Caps TV.
So we just found out that it's Justin Olic playing.
Oh, thank you very much, Angela, for highlighting that.
And not Olszewski, Mirko Olszewski.
My apologies.
It is Justin Olic.
My apologies, Angela.
yeah.
It's hard that I got this
I know the
scribble.
handwriting of
The someone.
lineup card is difficult to read.
Yeah. And so there was some interpretation going on as well. So, of course, family and friends listening, apologies. Obviously not intentional. We'll get it right. Well, Angela, to be fair, had it right. I got it wrong.
No. I didn't look at it, so.
All right, let's get on track here.
It's easier with the Bonn players because we
Yes.
got it printed out.
And some of these don't
Yeah, at
appear
home
in the
games.
programs as well, so it makes it even tougher. Schultz at the plate for the Capitals. And flew out to the center fielder in his last at-bat. Good hit, if I remember. Comes in for a curve. We have a new pitcher for the Steelers,
Ben von der Thusen.
Van der Tuzen. I know we have that one right.
Hopefully.
Time will tell. You think with all the people we have up here support, all the researchers, all the statisticians up here in the booth, that we could get that right.
Finally we did.
And a nice hit into right field. Splits the right fielder and center fielder. Schultz. Very long single, but single nonetheless. Great hit into right field, center right. Bringing up Justice Recchi. That was on a rope. So Schultz looks like he's fitting in just fine around these parts, Angela.
Yeah. I mean, decent hits, I would
Yep.
say.
Yep. Come around to score once. It's been on base twice. There's some movement on these pitches. Not a lot, but some. That comes in for a strike, 1-1. Bottom of the sixth inning, 10-1 is the score for your Bonn Capitals. Things have calmed down in the last inning, a bit anyway. Really tough first inning for the Steelers. Tough behind the plate, but also the catching has. The catcher, it appears to have changed as well, Angela. I believe, I'm trying to look past the umpire, the number. Everybody's got the sort of longer clothes on tonight, too.
Oh, I can check that.
Sure, thanks. Foul back. Yeah, I think it is a different catcher. Unless
Maybe
he
not
just
limping anymore.
Yeah, unless he just put on a red turtleneck underneath. I wouldn't mind a red turtleneck right now. Strike. Canada Goose Parker would also work.
Yeah. Mr. Koch is now catching.
Okay, good. That's his first name, Mister?
No, actually, I don't see it here.
Okay.
Let's check somewhere else.
It's not Sasha Koch, is it?
Yeah, he changed. From pitcher to catcher.
That red turtleneck fooled me. Well, not sure what's happening out there. The umpires have come together, and he says he's out. So, okay. So Recchi goes down on strikes. That puts one out. On first base still is John Schultz. Danny Leghorst. Danny, not Daniel, everybody.
No, Danny.
Oh, that ball probably didn't smell so well. But he got out of the way. 1-0 is the count. Van der Tusen looks in. I don't think Schultz has any intention of going. The catcher, Mr. Koch, gave him a look. Didn't seem to be a threat there. 2-1 the count. Oh, and he hits him on the, it looked like the back, Angela, if I
Yeah, he hit him on the back.
wasn't an optical illusion. That's twice now that pitch has come in that area. It's a little dangerous, but looks to be fine heading down to first. So runner on first and runner on second. Lankhurst at first, Schultz at second. Eddie Stummel to the plate. Fan favorite, as you can hear, number 42. Lots of love for Mr. Stummel.
Yeah, I mean, he's a inventor. He's part of the Capitals
Yeah.
forever.
It's an institution. Big swing, foul back. Schultz at second. Lankhorst at first. And the ball gets by the catcher. A repeating theme in tonight's game. Van der Tusen struggling a bit out there with the control. Stummel's got a 1-1 count. 1 out. Stummel. I know, I'll get the pronunciation. Bounces another one in. Look, I am taking lessons, Angela, in German. That Duolingo is something, I'll tell you.
Okay, just tell me something in German.
Ja, genau. Kein Problem, Angela. Come on. Don't put me on the spot. I mean, I know I'm fluent. 30 minutes a night.
Really?
Okay, 15. And a big pop-up into
Very
shallow.
high, very high. Where is it?
Shallow center fielder grabs it. Everybody stays where they are. That's 2 out. No, I was taking courses, and then, of course, the coronavirus hit. And stopped the in-class. And you know me, I have to have things just right. So I couldn't do any more learning, obviously. But I'm going to pick it up this year.
Yeah, absolutely. No problem. We can practice a little bit here in our booth.
Well, you know, my arm's sore, and I don't know if I can practice on the air.
And the good German words like nice hit, schöner Hit.
Schöner Hit.
Yeah.
It's like I'll have the listeners fooled in no time. They'll think I'm homegrown. No, it is so helpful. My daughters know Spanish, German, and English. And poor old dad at home knows one language. Foul back. 10-1 the score. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning. 2 out. And that's low. That's Nick Miceli at the plate. 321 average last year. Ooh, a chopper in. Is he going to get there? No, it falls in. And the center fielder grabs it. Goes on to second.
And
Run
the speedy
scores.
Lankhorst is already there.
Lankhorst is gone. He's
No,
in.
and Schultz is gone, so it's 2 runs.
Schultz, yes.
Schultz and Lankhorst.
Lankhorst and Schultz come by to make it 12-1. Just popping in for a visit. Then that'll flip it over to, of course, Eric Brank.
It's his 5th time at the plate, or what?
It is his 5th one. Yes,
In
it's his
6
5th
innings,
time.
that's not bad.
Not bad. Flew out to right field in this last at bat, as once again we see ball bounce up in front of the catcher. Umpire takes a look at the ball, wants to see if it's actually a tennis ball, and he sees it's not.
It's
throws
not
it
yellow
back.
enough.
Not yellow enough. But that ball has been bouncing in there a few times tonight. Not only by Vandertusen, of course, but throughout the night.
So let's see. Eric needs his hit.
Yep. Indeed he does. Been on base, come around twice. But no official hit. As that one heads into the dugout. Foul. So the hit batter comes around to score. That'll get you every time. Oh, and a snag at third base.
That's
That
too
was a
bad.
pretty
It
play.
was a nice hit, so
Yes. Nice hit, nice catch, but that retires the side. We head to the top of the 7th inning. 12-1 is the score. Capitals over the Steelers. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Bonn. 12-1 is the score. And we are in a very cold top of the 7th inning. Cold up here anyway. It's actually not so bad. We've got our coats on. Catcher at the plate. Last name Koch.
where's our...
Grab our scorecards. We have a new pitcher for Bonn. This Morris Wilhelm.
Yeah,
Nice to see him back on the mound.
it's Sebastian Koch.
Sebastian Koch. There
Yeah.
we go. Thanks, Angela. He's your catcher for the Steelers. And he takes quite the swing at that one. Ball is dropped onto first. Complete that strikeout. To say that was out of the zone is a
Just
bit
to
of an
mention that
overstatement.
this might be the last half
Understatement.
inning because we have the 10-run rule in German Bundesliga
Indeed we do.
after 7 innings.
Yes.
So let's see.
Get some warm water on these hands.
So we should mention that tomorrow is game number 2
Yes.
at 12 noon. And of course we will broadcast it, but tomorrow the weather is supposed to be good, so come out to the ballpark, grab yourself a burger, have a seat, watch a nice game in the sunshine.
Yes. When I was looking at the schedule for these games, Angela, when I was picking what games I would do, I thought, a beautiful night game would be nice. It wouldn't be that cold. April.
It wouldn't be that cold.
Why would I want to do Sunday? No, it's great. I love it. I love a night game. But tomorrow will be a lot of fun. I was just telling Angela, I've got to prepare. I've got some parents coming in. And that's a grounder out to the shortstop on to first base. That's 2 out. Almost took him off the bag there. Yeah, the coronavirus, probably in a similar situation to many people in that some haven't seen family since the coronavirus began, and my parents happily will be coming from Canada next week, so that's very nice. So,
good for you. You better
thank
be
you.
prepared.
Well, I better get cleaning is what I better do. And that'll bring up Maddie Lesniak, the DH tonight. 6-3 on your last play to take Murphy out. A little Van Halen. Love it. Don't like the synthesizer so much. But I remember in 1984 there was playing out of every... I mean, I wasn't alive in 1984. What are we talking about? I'm not that old, am I? Oh, wait, I am.
Are you older than 1984? Come on.
Older than 84. I am older than 1984.
I'm glad.
Chopper down. He's going to get there. No, just under the glove. As Lesniak ends up at first base. Just under the glove stumble. This song was playing out of every Trans Am window in Canada and every shady high school in the area. Great album. All right. I remember saying earlier I was going to talk about music. I'm going to try and keep to that. Mark Harder is at bat right now. He's the second baseman for the Steelers, wearing number 16. He's caught napping, I have on my scorecard. He was one of the 2 picked off of first base tonight for the Steelers.
Yeah,
I do.
nice,
I have a CN
nice
on my scorecard.
There. Yeah.
Noah Lint really pitched well tonight, of course, and great to see. They're going to need that pitching this year. Obviously, we're encouraged by what we've seen tonight, and let's keep it going throughout the year. Big swing and a miss. Wilhelm tosses in a strike. 0-2. 2 out. Swing and a miss.
And
He strikes him out. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. Your final score tonight is 12-1. Bond Capitals, good start to the year. Mascot out on the field. Remember to get those names suggested and sent in. Angela, any final thoughts before we sign off?
No, I think it was a nice outing here. A lot of fans. I'm very glad that they came out despite the cold. And I think you're right. It's a good start into the season. Not everything is working, but a lot of things worked already. We had a home run by Vinnie Ahrens. We have a nice pitcher and pitching from Noah Lind. So it can go on like that tomorrow, 12 o'clock noon.
12 o'clock's your game. Be here for that. So on behalf of Fabian Tasing and Enzo Beckman, I'm Brent Kerrigan. Thank you for joining us tonight from Bonn. Good night.